Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking essences. I feel like it's been a minute since we've shed some love on essences here on my channel. You know, I absolutely adore them. I use them in almost all of my skincare routines. So today I just want to share with you my updated top 5 list of essences that I'm going back to time and time again. There's definitely some old classic goodies on here, but there's some new ones as well that I want to share with you. So if you're so ready to learn all about the different essences that I personally love, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. Dr. Ceuracle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. Dr. Ceuracle, you have my heart and you've had it since 2022. I am still obsessed with this essence to this day. And I think what it really comes down to is the fact that this essence has everything that my combination skin needs and craves. It has hydration and it also has silky, rich moisture. It's a bi-phase essence. So first and foremost, it's just beautiful to look at. It's so much fun to use. The two layers separate, and when you use it, you shake them together and create a little bit of a tea milkshake, if you will. And the two portions really do provide both qualities, hydration and moisture, in what I think are equal amounts, which is so good for combination skin because I've got that dry U zone and that slightly oily T zone, and my skin just really benefits from this. So it is silky and creamy after it's mixed together, but it actually absorbs in the skin much like a hydrating toner would. It actually goes down real deep, very hydrating, very replenishing. And then at the top of your skin, you get that rich, creamy silkiness, that moisturization that isn't heavy. It's not sticky. It's not thick on the skin, but it just gently hugs all that hydration deep into the skin and really softens the skin at the top, makes it feel silky, soft, and plump, and it feels amazing, but it's still very breathable. It's very lightweight. Again, it's rich and moisturizing, but it's not heavy in weight. And so my skin absolutely adores it and drinks it up. So I love the qualities that it brings just kind of immediately on application, but with longer term use, I notice that my skin is a lot less inflamed. It's a lot less red. And that's really the fermented tea, the kombucha at play here. You know, tea is an amazing ingredient for your skin. It's so good at calming inflammation. It's very protective for skin. It's a strong antioxidant. It's great for well aging. It hydrates the skin and it can really bring out a beautiful inner glow to the skin. So not only does it reduce the redness, and it can be particularly good if you do suffer with inflamed acne. And when I've gone through acne breakouts, this has definitely helped to lessen that angry red look to them. So it helps with the swelling. It helps with the redness. If you have uneven redness on your skin, and I get that as well from just having, you know, slightly more sensitive skin, this will help to bring that down as well. So that really helps to even out the complexion. But because tea is so healthy for your skin, it's got amino acids, it's got vitamins, it's got the antioxidants, it's got all those trace minerals that really help with the overall health of your skin. And when your skin is healthy, it glows from within. And so you get that really just gorgeous glow and healthiness to your skin just from using tea in your skincare. But then that silky, milky essence also just really makes your skin feel incredibly soft, and just the quality at the top surface of your skin is improved and softened by using this. And I think it'll work for a lot of different skin types. I mean, I do think it's great for combination skin, as I've already mentioned, but I think if you're suffering with dehydration, you may want to take a look at this one. If you have dry skin, you'll enjoy this as well. When my skin is really dry in the winter, I actually prefer something even heavier than this, and I'll talk about one in a moment. But I will say, when my dryness feels a little bit imbalanced in like the fall or in the spring, and I even use this in the summer, I'll reach for this because the moisturization, for me personally, the richness is just enough to soothe the dryness. But like I was saying before, it's not heavy and weighty on my personal skin that drinks up moisture. So if you have dry skin, I do think you'll enjoy this one. And I think if you have oily skin, You might like this. It depends. I know there's some oily folks out there who feel that this is a little too rich and heavy for them. And I know that there are some oily folks out there who love to use this for like a nourishing, reparative overnight routine, or sometimes their oily skin feels a little bit more dehydrated in colder weather, and adding in a product like this is just that right balance for their skin. So if you have oily skin, I would say proceed with caution and really know your skin and understand the qualities that it's actually craving, because this could be a little bit too much moisture for you. Now, speaking of rich moisture, this is the Haruharu Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence, and OMG, this is thick, creamy, rich, luxurious, and ultra moisturizing. Now, as I mentioned, I have combination skin, but in the winter time, which we're still in winter right now, my skin really leans way more dry than it does like combo oily. So I really treat my skin nearly like a dry skin type would. I still have a little bit of oil in my T-zone, but definitely I override that in favor of all the rich moisture that I need. So I actually started using this product. Well, it's funny, I actually started using this at the end of summer 2024, and I was like, this is too heavy for me right now. And so I put it on my shelf and I was like, soon, baby, soon. And then the deep fall months rolled around, and then winter came, and I was like, this is it. This is your time to shine. And it did not disappoint me. I am obsessed with this. My skin drinks this beautiful, creamy, luxurious essence in like nobody's business. It feels amazing. It's so barrier restorative. It's so moisturizing. It's so skin softening. It feels awesome. So I absolutely love the ingredients here because there's such a really great mix. You know, we're talking about how tea is so healthy for the skin. This formula here, I mean, we've got rice, which is a great natural antioxidant for the skin, so very protective, but there's also some great vitamins, minerals, amino acids just in rice alone that are very supportive for the health of your skin. And rice is another ingredient that brings that natural, healthy, lit from within kind of glow to that luminosity to the skin. So there's a little bit of a brightening factor with this essence as well. And then there is a whole host of ingredients that really help to support your skin barrier. We have ceramides, we have cholesterol, fatty acid content in here. And then the probiotics also help to support your skin microbiome, which works intimately with your skin barrier to protect your skin. And it all comes together in this really creamy, silky texture. This is not milky. Okay, milk is watery, right? You pour milk right into a glass and it's very thin and watery. Think about cream. Think about heavy cream, whipping cream, the cream that you put into your coffee, right? It's thicker. It has body. It's silkier. It's more luxurious. It's weightier, right? And that's exactly what this is. So pure cream on the skin, but it still spreads beautifully. And I personally find this absorbs really nicely into my skin. Now, I'll tell you a pro tip with this one. You do want to apply it on like a damp base with your skin. So either you wash your face and it's still a little damp, like you towel off, but you're not totally dry, and then you go in for something like this. Or if you use a hydrating toner, you know, you let that sink in your skin about 50 to 75%, and then you go straight in with this layer. Because I will say on very like completely dry skin that's not like already hydrated, it doesn't absorb as well as it does on a damp base. So if you've tried this and you struggled, try that if you haven't already. But I find that that's really just a good technique for most skincare, right? I do find when my skin is damp, this absorbs like a dream because my skin craves this moisture right now. It really sucks all this richness in, and it really helps to keep the flaky skin at bay, but it's also something that helps to bring out that natural inner glow as well, and it will make your skin insanely soft. Insanely soft. I just went through a minor head cold, and so this area right here got really rough from all the like nose blowing and stuff. The skin was raw too, but it got a little bit, I could feel my skin texture felt rough to the touch from just all the abrasion, right, with the tissues. And within just a few days of just like really being very methodical with this. I think I did it in my routine that I showed you when I was sick. I was like pressing this essence into my nose area because I was like, oh, that feels so good. And within a few days, the quality of my skin returned back to normal, and that roughness with the texture smoothed down, because not only is it moisturizing and skin softening, but it's also supporting the skin barrier. I love it so much. I did buy another one because it is amazing for dry skin. And that's really where my recommendation is going to lie. Folks who are suffering with dryness on their skin. So if you're like me with combo skin that leans a little too dry in colder, dry temperatures, right? You will appreciate this. If you have classically dry skin, you're going to adore this. This is made for you. And I think if you're suffering with barrier issues, you may consider this, especially if your skin is feeling a little bit on the dry and tight side, because this is formulated to really help to support your skin barrier in a little bit more of a robust way than like the Dr. Ceuracle is. The Dr. Ceuracle is like daily upkeep, if you know what I'm saying. But when your skin barrier is a little bit more tested, a lot more weak or possibly damaged, or you're struggling with tretinoin or retinoid uglies, you know, you're starting that journey and you're getting a lot of peeling and flaking, and all of a sudden your skin is craving a lot more moisture than you're used to, a product like this would be perfect for that type of situation. Farmacy Honey Milk Hydrating Essence. Now, we've been talking a lot about creamy and silky moisturizing essences, and while this is a milk essence, this is actually a lot more gel-like, very hydrating and quite plumping. And the ingredients list is gorgeous. Honey is a really beautiful ingredient that has the vitamins and the minerals, the antioxidants that help to support the skin, but honey is also a great wound healing ingredient, and that can be particularly good for acne-prone skin. Honey can really help to soothe the acne, reduce the redness and the inflammation, as well as to facilitate the healing, especially if you have popped pimples, to help mend that skin up. Honey is a natural healing ingredient that's been used for centuries, right? It can be really great for that. It's antifungal, it's antibacterial, other additional benefits for acne-prone skin, but it can also be beneficial for a well-aging journey as well, because it's antioxidant focused, it's protective for the skin. It's interesting, honey brings a moisturization to the skin that's not heavy, that's not oily for your skin. Other ingredients like Saccharomyces ferment. Now, fermented ingredients can be really beneficial for everybody, truly. It can be very beneficial if you're looking to bring more vitality and life to the glow of your skin, because it can help to brighten. Just overall, the quality of your complexion will be brightened using fermented ingredients, because they focus in on, again, vitamins, minerals, amino acids. They generally contain antioxidant content, right? These are all the things that feed the health of our skin. We've got ceramide NP, great for the skin barrier. We have panthenol. Now, this is a great humectant ingredient. You find it a lot, especially in hydrating toners, right? So we have a good deep hydrating element here with the panthenol. But what's interesting about panthenol is, well, it's like hydrating and it's plumping for the skin. And it's really refreshing and watery. It also actually helps to support the skin barrier. They're also using glycerin and betaine, which are also beautiful humectants that really help to plump up the skin with hydration. And then there's a kiss of squalane oil in here. And that really, along with the honey, just contributes to that really light kiss of moisture that this brings. And so it all comes together in this almost like a gel cream kind of a format. It's so much different than the other two products that we've talked about, and this really demonstrates how unique and diverse essences can be. But there's definitely you can see it, there's body, there's a bounciness, a plumpness to this gel-like texture with this hint of moisture mixed in. And so it actually absorbs in the skin beautifully and actually deeply into the skin. It feels very hydrating. Even though it looks thicker, it actually does get down deep into the source, especially if you have dehydrated skin. It's going to feel amazing, but because there's a little bit more of that gel-like bouncy quality to this, it will plump your skin. It will fill your skin with all of these beautiful humectants. Now, plumping and filling, why would we want that? Well, first of all, it's going to make our skin really firm, really smooth. If you're on your well-aging journey and you're noticing maybe a little loss of volume, maybe the fine lines are starting to appear a little bit more, you want to fill your skin with a lot of plumping hydration, because it is going to lessen the look of all of that. Your skin is going to look filled and juicy and firm and plump and gorgeous and smooth. Skin types. Now, definitely combination skin. I think if you're combo and you lean a little oily, I think you'll still enjoy this. If you have dry skin, but you like maybe a little bit more plumping type of texture to be built into your skincare routine, I think you will like this. I think balanced skin types will enjoy this. Just know that there's a little bit more, juicy plumpness to this. SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. Ugh. I don't want to like this. I don't want to put this in the video. Like, I don't like that I like this. So I will be honest with you, this is not something that I use a lot, like bottle after bottle. This is an occasional treat for my skin, and I revere the bottle, and I don't like, you know what I mean? Like it's a special occasion type of product for me. And I will say, you know what? Generally, I would say don't do that, like use your skincare. But quite honestly, with this one, I think it's okay. Now, sure, if you are able to afford bottle after bottle and that works for you, that's great. That's probably what you should be doing. But quite honestly, this works so fast and gives such great results on the skin that I don't feel so bad when I bring it into my routine for like a month or two, right? Or I can't get another bottle right away. It's just so lovely and it really brings a very beautiful glow to the skin. It really improves the quality and the texture of my skin. It helps to smooth out texture and pores, and it's just really a fantastic product. And looking at the ingredients list, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, so all I see here is galactomyces ferment. That's like the main, active ingredient here. And like, that's cool, but I can get that in other products. And for sure you can. And I have a video I have a few videos talking all about that. SK2 is using galactomyces ferment. However, they do have their own patented strain. So they're the only ones using the Patera strain of galactomyces ferment. So it's kind of also the difference between like a name brand and a generic. And sometimes they're very similar and sometimes they're very different. And having used both, I will say that the SK2 one is very clearly more concentrated, a higher quality galactomyces strain. There's more goodness, biologically active compounds in this particular strain of galactomyces that they're using, because you can see it, you can smell it. It's a different type of product than the other galactomyces ferments that maybe cost a little bit less because maybe there's a little bit more water and things like that in them. And that's not bad, but that's just the reality of, something that costs $200 versus something that costs $25, right? So with SK2 and their Patera strain, because the galactomyces here is such a high quality strain that is really concentrated, it has more of, like I said, the biologically active compounds that give all the benefits to galactomyces in the first place. More amino acids, more antioxidants, more natural peptides for the skin. And I find that the benefits of SK2, as I was mentioning, it works really fast, right? It's just more, you get a more deep, intense inner glow from this. It actually really helps to even out your complexion if you have dull skin or an uneven, like hyperpigmentation on the skin. Is it going to target that hyperpigmentation? Not necessarily, but it really aids a brightening journey because it really just kind of like helps to even everything out. It is amazing for smoothing texture on the skin. And it's not a direct like anti-acne ingredient, but I do notice that it really refines and tightens the pores. And I think it's just because of all of the goodness contained in it supporting healthy skin, and that can really help to refine the skin texture. It really can be a game changer, especially if you're working on, like I was saying, the signs of quality, texture, firmness, hydration, brightness of the skin. These are the things that other people kind of see and really interpret as glowy skin, healthy skin, youthful skin. Galactomyces can really help with those factors. Like I said, especially if you're struggling, you will notice a really big benefit. Now, just a quick word about the texture and application here, because I didn't cover it, right? The texture, it's very thin, it's very watery. It is not on its own hydrating. It actually just kind of like disappears into your skin. Your skin just sucks it right up. And it doesn't really bring a lot on its own, because remember, we're looking at a formula that doesn't have like other humectants in here, right? So this isn't necessarily going to replace like a toner if you're looking for a lot of hydration. And in fact, the traditional order for essences would be, wash your face, maybe apply a hydrating toner, an essence, and then a serum. This essence is different though, because it actually would change the order. It would actually go on after cleansing, but before a hydrating toner, because of how thin that texture is. And in fact, that texture actually helps other things absorb better into the skin. Just like I was saying, like it on its own, it's not hydrating, but it seems to help your skin hold on to more hydration with the rest of your skincare routine. This is exactly why it preps your skin. It's technically in Asian beauty, it's considered a first essence because you put it on first. Now let's talk about Missha Time Revolution, the first essence 5X. So I have to talk about this one because it's actually a really great alternative to the SK2, not just for budget, but I think also on ingredients as well. And this is also considered a first first Essence product. They're not using galactomyces ferment, but they're using some other fermented ingredients that offer similar benefits. So they're using 97% of yeast ferment extract, which is what Missha is calling their fermented Sika enzyme extract. And so this is a fermented ingredient that, again, we're talking about the biologically active compounds found within these fermented strains that really help to improve skin tone and texture. And then they're also using bifida ferment extract, which has had a really big moment, I feel like, in K-beauty over the last like 2-3 years. Bifida has been the rising fermented ingredient. And again, we're talking about something with all of those biologically active compounds that help with the health of your skin, that help to protect your skin, and that help to improve the quality of your skin. What's interesting about bifida ferment that not the other fermented ingredients that you see in skincare has is that bifida is particularly good at helping to strengthen the skin barrier. It's good at helping to strengthen sensitive skin, helping to help with the signs of sensitivity, of inflammation and redness on the skin, and helping to strengthen the skin over time to resist sensitivity. This essence also contains niacinamide for some brightening and some ceramide NP to kind of further help with that skin strengthening and skin repairing quality of this essence along with the bifida ferment. You will see brightness with this. It will bring out that healthy inner glow because we have the vitamins, we have the minerals, we have the amino acids. I feel like I'm on like repeat here. We have the antioxidants, like we have all of that happening here. But then, you know, it also helps on the level of strengthening the skin, helping the skin to become more resilient, helping the skin to repair itself. And that can be beneficial for folks who are suffering with inflammatory conditions on the skin, acne prone skin, barrier issues. And it really helps, I think, with dehydrated skin as well, because really, if you have chronically dehydrated skin, like if it's just kind of an ongoing issue for you, it's your barrier. That's what you really need to focus on. You need to focus on the resiliency of your skin and your skin's ability to retain hydration. You can see there's just a little bit more of a hydration factor. It's still not as hydrating as a strictly hydrating toner would be, but it brings a little bit more to the skin, a little bit more juiciness to the skin than SK2 does, right? Which is truly just like you put it on and your skin just disappears into your skin. This has a little bit more hydration to it. You can tell by the formula, right? There's a few more humectants in here that are bringing those qualities to the skin. So if you want, even if it's a first essence that preps your skin, if you want to add just a little bit more taste of hydration, this would also be a little bit more appropriate in that first essence category. So I'm curious what your favorite essences are. Let us all know in the comments below. Now, if you love the video and it was helpful to you, please hit subscribe before you go. Come join our skincare community, especially if you love talking about skincare ingredients, K-beauty, gentle skincare. That's what my channel is all about. So definitely hit subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss out on the content. I'm very active here multiple times throughout the week here on YouTube. I do long form videos, I do shorts. You will never miss out on the content if you turn on notifications. I love you so much. Thanks for being here with me today. And I really want to encourage you to keep shining your light. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.